Hello and welcome to another one podcast.
We have a Patreon. It's one of the best Patreons in the game.
By best, it's more of us.
Hundreds of hours of content. There's specials on there.
Three
specials. 2 live shows. It's one of the best Patreons around. You won't regret it. Sign up. £3 a month. That's all it fucking is.
I can't promise you it's one of the best or the most valuable, but if you enjoy us,
I think it is.
It's the only way to guarantee this carries on.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So
Genuinely.
It's up to you. Would you like this podcast to carry on? If the answer to that question is yes, then why not part with 75p a week by signing up to our Patreon?
Patreon.com/another one podcast. Sign up to it. You don't even have to enjoy the content that's on there.
You don't even have to watch it.
No.
Just
sign up.
75p a week,
yeah,
so that you get your public episode every week, guaranteed. Because if it drops below a certain level, it will stop.
75p a week.
The minute this costs us money again, it's gone.
Yeah, and it's
barely even.
So, please,
for the love of God,
yeah, please. Now it's beyond a joke. Now there's only one podcast that needs the money, and that's ours. We're absolutely brassic, and we've got the most outgoings, like dependents.
Another one.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode
181.
We need to sort the thumbnails out.
All right, give me a chance. I've had a busy week.
Yeah, no, you set off my autism again before, but I'll tell you that later on Patreon.
We're not doing a Patreon today.
I know, yes, tomorrow I'll tell you on that one. Welcome to episode 181.
Put it in your notes so you remember.
No, I will remember this one. Me, Simon Wozniak, co-host Rob Thomas. Joining us today, another one, Hall of Famer.
It's a lot.
Closer to you.
Sorry, man. I'll be honest with you.
You can move it around. Danny.
The microphone moves, you know.
I know it does, and I moved it. But, to be honest, it's exactly the same distance. In fact, it's closer to my mouth than you have yours.
You're not too bad, to be fair.
You're not too bad, but that'll be fine for you, that one.
Yeah.
Danny Deegan joining us.
Hey.
I think this is 7th or 8th.
Yeah, it's fair for you.
You're doing all right.
After refusing to do any.
You're the only ones I've ever done one for.
Yeah. We're going to celebrate Deegan, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to have a beer. We haven't do this on the pod often, do we?
We haven't done one in a while.
Years. There you go. That's Bob's there on the Manjaro size.
I'll have the Quilmers.
And Danny, what do you want? You can have
F's.
Champinels or F's?
Champinels.
Is this from someone done a booze run?
Yeah, basically.
We did it's B&M.
Someone sent us them. Oh, it's in foreign language, so I couldn't even tell you anything about it.
In fact, this needs to be drunk by June.
Which feels legit.
25.
This is 5.5.
Is it?
Till September.
Which do you want, Danny? 5% or 5.5?
French or Turkish?
Oh,
can I have that one?
Me that one.
Can I have that one?
Do you want a 5.5 or do you want to gamble? Any's fine with me.
All right, you have the FS then.
All right.
Gone Turkish.
FS looks nice.
It's a nice one, FS.
Yeah. Although someone was slacking it off when I posted it on my stories.
Cheers, thank you, man.
It's all right, mate. That's the budget blown.
They've been there for a while. I think Wozniak's been wanting them for a while.
Yeah, I have. But I saw them Sapporo tins. Tell you what, I'm a sucker for marketing, me.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I am a
sucker.
You know,
you can stand on them, they don't break. Even my size.
Can you?
Yeah. I've done it.
What way round? The same way they're served?
Yeah. Same way they're served. You stand on them, they won't break.
How, are you just trying to make me break my ankle?
I'm
going to go home tonight.
Bring one with you next Monday. I'll stand on it, it won't break.
How? But the balance, though?
They're just good cans.
No, they're
Strong
not
cans.
that good.
Yeah.
They're not.
I promise you we've done it.
You're telling me you can stand, two of them, you can stand on like stilts?
Yes.
Why? What's the...
I don't know. How strong are Sapporo cans?
Oh. It's horrible.
No, it's telling me the alcohol. I wanted to know the actual.
But yeah, I'm a sucker for them. Seeing them in booths, and I went, oh, I've got to get them.
So I'm really bad for my... I own I wish you could see some of the shit that's in my house. I own pretty much everything that's ever been on a JLM stand.
JLM, what's that?
You know, the like gadgets.
Right.
You see them in like Home Bargains.
Oh, you hoarding gadgets, are you?
And they're always like in a stand on the set, and there's always a video screen above them.
Yeah.
With some American style advert.
Showing you why they're good for.
Some like good contraption to cut cucumber with.
Exactly that.
Yes.
It goes into the lunchbox.
Yeah,
already.
okay, yeah.
Like rings so you can fry eggs in them so you get...
Yeah. Okay. Have you got them?
I've got all sorts.
Can you, so, you know, because obviously you go to some places and they have consistently amazing poached eggs. They're done in a contraption, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So is that, can you do that amazingly, your poached eggs? Are they?
No, so the ones I've got are for fried eggs.
I've got ones for poached.
Right, yeah.
Fried eggs? Where do you want
So it's
like a
basically
Mackey's one?
Yeah, it's just a ring. You just like put it in the pan and then
Oh,
crack the egg.
and it comes out burger shaped.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
JLM, they do like I've got like fucking steam cleaners.
Have you?
And the Rotato, that's my favourite.
this?
So you can it's basically a spit you put your potato on when you make a baked potato.
I can make it into a crisp.
And it just makes sure it's evenly cooked all the way round. And I just remember the advert had something about like
put that in the oven
using NASA technology, and you're like, no, it's not. You can fuck off. But I fell for it. I bought it
Have you ever used it?
like twice. I
What
think.
contraptions you use the most?
Those egg rings probably.
Yeah.
I use them a lot.
Poached egg. It's not different to the poached egg one. You can do the poached.
The poached egg ones, you poach in the egg. This is just frying the egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's a ring that you crack the egg into and it'll fry in a circle.
Right, but you know, to get like the little ball that you have on eggs bent, like the little ball poached egg, that's got to be a different contraption.
Well, you can get pans, you get pan lids for that.
I've seen them.
And you put it in the pan lid. Or I've got a little silicone ball. So your poached eggs come out like a little dome.
So what do you put? So you put that in the pan, do you?
You put a very thin layer of water in the pan. Mm-hmm. Put the silicones on top of the water and put the lids on, and then the steam from inside the pan cooks the egg. So it's more steam than poached, really. But
does it still just get that nice puffy butt in the run? Oh,
yeah,
I need to get one of them. Yeah, I'd have more poached eggs if I could do that.
The white's not as puffy. The white's a bit thicker, like a fried egg, but it's not fried. But you know what I mean.
So you can get it like the
There's
restaurant.
a bit more form on the white egg. But,
Right.
But you still get the puffiness of the...
I need to buy something like that for poached egg.
Look, you've had your world turned upside down.
No, I haven't. It's just my hair's gone wild.
When he started talking about like silicon things to
No, I know. I knew that, but I just poached eggs are like horrific to try and do, and I thought I do. Whenever I'm doing it, I go, I should have get one of these and then I never have them again.
Poached egg.
Salt, white vinegar,
a huge pan.
Yeah, see, I think it feels like a lot
you
for
need,
not very much.
Yeah, basically, you need a huge pan
of water
that you would only get in a restaurant because you'd never cook that much curry or anything. So you need a high pan.
And how much?
It cooks as it drops. So if it doesn't drop at a decent level, it's just going to hit the bottom and then just fall.
What about a pan that deep?
No, I'm talking about like a curry pan, like a big restaurant
big vat. Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean? What do you mean? It cooks as it drops, like.
So as you put the egg in,
yeah,
as it drops, it cooks. So by the time it's at the bottom, it's pretty much cooked. You scoop it back out and it's done. But when we've got little pans, you scoop it out, it hits the bottom, and then it all just loses its form. The reason it keeps its form is because as it falls, it's cooking.
It's almost like it hits the bottom, then once it hits the bottom, it actually starts frying.
To be fair, I don't think I've ever done it in a big enough pan to see it drop to the bottom.
What do you mean?
Like, I've got a pan that's like that tall.
Yeah.
But I've never put a poached egg in it. What I should. Or it stand a better chance. I know that's all, yeah.
Yeah, better chance. The deeper it is, the better chance it has.
Right, okay. So with that one now, what will happen? It'll just hit the bottom and lose its form.
You lose its form.
So I might as well go shallow anyway.
Yeah. That's why it keeps its form, because it's cooked by the time it gets to the bottom. So the form's already done.
Really? You can do that? So I could just crack an egg into a cup, tip it into a pan that big?
You don't even need to stir it. Not really, if you have a big enough pan.
And is it boiling water? Because that's another thing.
Of course,
boiling water, just as that's falling, by the time that hits the bottom, that'll be ready to scoop out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that how fast an egg would sink?
So I've never tried it, but
I've heard of spinning the water and that and trying to...
So Jamie Oliver basically makes little like cling film.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've seen them.
that,
Yeah.
And then drops. So I've never tried it, but
I've done that, but again, it all depends on the size of your pan. That's because Jamie Oliver's giving you tricks to use for your house because no one's got them fucking big pans. Because also, imagine fucking trying to boil one of them for yourself.
Yeah, it's a waste of time. So
Someone could, that would be something you would do, and everyone would be like, "It's fucking Wozniak's being weird again." What's he doing? He's got a vat of boiling water on because he wants his eggs to look
I'd
look
just get
nice.
I'd get a
I just
contraption.
want a nice poached eggs, but I want one.
I'd get a contraption. I like the idea of the contraption.
Contraption sound, yeah.
But no, so when you go to a restaurant who's doing breakfast, do you reckon that's
Yes,
bad?
that's how they're doing it. Yeah,
Is it? Yeah. They're that consistent.
big massive pan, yeah.
I'm going to ask in Tiffle then and see. I'm going to say, how are you poaching these eggs? And if he says in a big vat, I'll be like, fair play. I'm going to find that out when I next go. I'll have to drive there now.
Outside. I'm not ordering that.
But yeah, no, I'm not. But them support that. Yeah, that they were.
why is he stood outside with a tape measure?
Just talking about the marketing. Yes, and there's a bottle of whiskey in there that I was almost gonna get for 65. It was only when I realised how much I blew on whiskey that I was like, this was insane that I used to do that often. Like it was £65. HEARCH.
Right.
Lovely bottle.
Right.
It's a lovely bottle, and I was like, I want to buy that, and I was like, it's 65 quid, and it's only then I went, that was a lot of money. Like for a bottle of whiskey, that's a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
it just didn't ever do. I just used to drop 30 to 40 quid on bottles of whiskey, and like, yeah, it's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And it's only when I saw that, then I went, actually, the whole shop we got was 64 quid. And I was going to buy that bottle of whiskey. I can't go on.
When my sister got married, I spent £160 on 2 cigars because I read it wrong. You know, when they put the thing in front of you to, and I thought it was 16 quid, and and then me and my new brother-in-law, and then a few days later I saw the bill and I was like,
was it worth it? Was it nice?
Enjoyed that. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah.
Was it though?
Normally you can't. The difference, like
Yeah, but he didn't know when he was doing it.
yeah, but that's what I mean.
But I do remember being
probably
outside
think,
smoking it,
that's a
thinking,
lovely cigar.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is right up there with the very best of.
Well, suppose if you think you paid £10 for a glass of red wine and it's a lovely one, you think, oh, that was good for a tenner.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it makes it even better.
Yeah, maybe if I'd have known the price, I'd have been like, well, it's
Yeah,
great.
it tastes
but-
bitter.
Marketing though, isn't it? Like I wasn't gonna drink, and I saw tuna and that and all that. So
Lying to
it was close for like when
I
I
wasn't
seen
going
him.
to drink, but I had tuna.
When I seen him, and they were in the fridge.
Your excuses are hilarious. I wasn't
Yeah,
going to
they are.
drink, but I
They're
had
bad.
tuna, though.
They
You know
are
what I'm
bad.
like when I've had tuna.
Do you know what? You know what?
Can't have tuna without a Sapporo.
Do you know what my
can you?
excuse for is for having a drink tonight? I might be getting my haircut tomorrow.
You might be getting your
Yeah, might be. Depending on what the poll's saying. It's neck and neck.
What Paul? Oh, on your
Yeah,
on your Instagram.
I thought it was going to be a landslide for Labour, which is cut,
Yeah.
and Reform is growing. Reform's doing all right.
Oh, well,
Should we check it now?
I voted.
You know what, I'm the same thing.
I
Like,
voted
I've been
Reform,
umming and ahhing over like a haircut.
I'd love to see you some curtains.
I mean, I'd like if you got some pictures of me as a kid.
I
Or
think I'd like to see.
Reform are going to get in here, you know.
You're leaving it long.
Well, 21 hours it's been up, and it's
3 hours left.
yeah, and so well, no one's going to know, are they? But yeah, it's looking like it could be Reform getting in here, you know, which is shocking for me.
A lot of people vote last minute though, don't they?
It could be. You never know what could happen in the last 3 hours. It's exciting though.
What's the Tories say? Labour always lead at the start because none of their supporters work.
Yeah.
And then everyone gets out of work and votes
Lloyd
Tory.
vote for them early on.
Yeah.
I haven't really been following that whole Reform debacle. All I know is saw some. I think Havey was posting it. Havey was saying it was his. Colin Havey said that Runcorn Widnes or something got Reform.
Yeah, Hull's got a reform mayor now, hasn't it?
Oh, Hull has as well. Yeah.
It's Luke Campbell, the ex-boxer.
Yeah, saw that. And Darren Grimes. He got in as a council member for Durham.
Is he the one that every time you post something, people he used to go to school with just post the story underneath about how he got caught having a wank at school or
I think so,
something?
yeah. The one who's
funny.
the one who uses the fact that he's gay to get away with like murder.
Everyone can get leveled by everyone now, though, innit? That's the thing.
It is funny,
like anyone, like back in the day, you'd have to go to the papers to say, "Oh, we got caught," but now it's like anyone,
and the papers have got to be like, "We prove it."
Yeah,
and now all it takes someone to go, "Yeah, I believe that. I believe he would
get caught." The papers just go, "Well, we work with him quite a lot, so we're not going to touch this." Like now, anyone can just
like you could have commented under things saying, "Oh, I knew the Pope when he was 24 and he did this, and this."
Yeah,
there's a girl in America who got famous a few years back for taking her rifle with her while she graduated. So had a rifle on her back, even though she was in a no-carry university sort of thing. Went viral. And every time she pops up again, everyone posts a picture of her shitting herself in the first year of uni. It's just her laid on the floor, shit everywhere. It's like, if you know that's somewhere, you just got to go, I can't make a political stance.
Yeah,
I can't risk myself. I can't put myself in the public eye. This is just got to bow down and go accept it.
Whatever I say needs to be anonymous.
Yeah.
Well, I think now we're all realising everything's going to come out about us anyway. So it's like, just wait for it.
Just wait for it.
Yeah, like you go and you can't run for office when you know there's a video of you shitting yourself in pop world or whatever. But you go, well, I'm just going to have to wait for that to come out. It's like cancer, innit? It's like worrying about cancer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I am gonna get. It's like, yeah, you are, but why worry?
I don't know. I think I'm in that, and probably like same for you two as well, where you're kind of in that thing where it might not do. Like some of the stupid shit I do might stay buried.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't the like? Do you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
Or it's, do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure there's videos of nights out of me. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh no, all mine's gonna be stories now. Oh, there's a video of me.
There'll be videos of you
absolutely twisted coming back from Cheltenham, but other than that, nothing terrible. No shitting myself.
I think you could ride out shitting yourself. I think as long as you're not hurting anyone, you'll ride out anything out.
Yeah.
As long as you're not hurting anyone.
As long as you're not shitting on someone.
Yeah. If it's just you doing something stupid. And then again, time. It's time. Time's the key. If it comes out when you're 50, you'll be fine with that twisted video.
Once it's out, it's
like,
just...
what were those Leicester players?
Like
Leicester youth players
in
time. Like, if they're just filming each other having a wank, that's fine. That
but to be fair to them, their owner did just die and people grieve in different ways, Danny. I have to say, that wasn't my line. Yeah. That was Tom Taylor's line in the green room. Yeah, it was funny, that. Because me and him Longley sat round and we were talking about that Leicester thing. And then Tom was just like...
And they grieved the death of their time by screaming, sucky, sucky.
Yeah, they're fine. I couldn't even name them now.
I just know one of them was Steve Bruce's son, wasn't it?
Not Steve Bruce's son, Nigel Pearson's son.
Right, one of them was Nigel Pearson's son, yeah.
I think I'd vaguely recognise his face.
Tom Hopper?
I don't know.
Dele Alli had a video, didn't he?
Couldn't name the players. What was Dele Alli's video?
He was getting fellatio.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Really. It was fine. He looks fine in it, but again,
wasn't being mildly racist while it was happening.
Like he didn't have a knife to the throat or anything like that.
It's just classic sort of stuff. But maybe that contributed to his mental health, though. You don't know.
It happens every year. Every year in NFL, it happens in the draft. So you got to play. Half the time they reckon the agents do it. You got a player who's good, so they're going to go high. Problem is, they go high, they go into a shit team.
Right.
So like the hour before the draft or whatever, the agent just leaks a video of them doing something stupid. Like one of them was at left tackle. Should have went to like one of the top two teams. There's like looking at his agents thinking he's never going to win there. His career's going down a drain. Hour before the draft, all of a sudden there's a video on Twitter of him doing a bong out of a gas mask, and he just drops and falls to about, rather than going top two, 17th, 18th. Lovely team, right, so nice in the middle. Yeah. Oh, look, he's all of a sudden he's in contention to win stuff straight away. And it's like, they just play it how they want. They're just sitting there going, right, what can we release that's going to not do too long-term damage?
Hang on, why is it better for him to be lower down?
Because the worst teams pick first. So if you go to the team that picks first, the likelihood is you won't win anything for 4 or 5 years. which means your advertisements and all that stuff 4 or 5 years before you're really gonna make like this money because you're no longer like if you're a Super Bowl winner, you can be a shy player but a Super Bowl winner and go and sell cars sort of thing, like go and advertise some car sales.
I'm struggling to get my head around this now. So the worst team every year picks first.
Yeah.
And then, so basically everyone's trying to make their new kid look shit. But on the inside, people go, he's good in, but he's shit.
Sometimes they'll make the new kid look shit, but sometimes they want them to go to... So, like, say the worst team's a New York team.
Yeah.
They want them to go there because the deals you'll get in New York for like advertising and branding is huge compared to everywhere else. Where if your shit teams, to say a Cleveland or a Buffalo, you're thinking, oh.
Do they have a transfer window in the NFL?
No.
Where you can buy players.
You can't buy players. You don't need trade for players. So you can trade your picks to get a player and stuff.
You can't buy a player?
No.
You got to trade or what?
Trade your future picks or wait for them to be out of contract and sign them as a free agent.
What do you think of that?
I actually think it's a pretty good...
It's good for the person watching the sport. But it's 32 rich old white billionaires capping how much the black players can earn, basically.
Right.
And how free they are to move. And
wow.
things like that. So it's really good.
So it's just racist.
No, because it makes it makes it really competitive.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And so it's really good because it's always competitive. There's a lot of new teams win. A lot of your team go good and shit. So it's really good for all of that. But because every team is pretty much owned by a white billionaire.
Yeah.
It's like, and 80% of the league's black.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's a wage cap. The wage cap's dead good because it makes it competitive. It also puts a cap on what the black guys can earn, while the white billionaires can earn what the fuck they want.
But the advertisement's the one where they can not cap it, can they?
I like I like baseball.
Yeah.
And I like, so in baseball, when you sign as like an 18-year-old, there's a maximum salary they can give you.
Yeah.
And it goes up to 23, 24, I think, something like that. And I think it's like, I mean, it's not loads, but it's not shit either. I think it's like 350,000 a year.
Right.
Something. Yeah. It's not, but it's enough to live on and stuff like that.
In America, they don't get, like, they need like health and all that, don't they? We don't get it.
The team must have provide you all health insurance, stuff like that.
Right. That's why in baseball, you like players get to 23 and they sign like massive $150 million contracts. It's basically paying them for that.
What they've missed.
But it basically means they're not millionaires at 18 years old.
Yeah.
Shit,
which
that.
I think long term, it's a good
thing long term. But like the NFL's got a problem now is
You got to stay on track, though.
for years.
You got to stay on track.
Exactly, that's what keeps them on track. But for years, right, college players never got paid
For basketball.
for playing in college. No, anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, last year they brought it in that you can get paid now because of your image rights. So you can sign image right deals with colleges. So now there's loads of players being like, I'm never going to play in the NFL because I'm just going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 21 and just be like that.
Image rights.
So it's called NIL. I forget what it stands for. But basically that's the way round. College is paying you. They're paying you what your image is worth to the college sort of thing. So that's how they pay different players.
It started with the, what are they called, the Fab Five? There's a documentary about them. They were a basketball team in college. Was it Duke or something like that?
Right.
And it was the first time. I don't know but it was the first time in that college's history that the starting players were all black.
Right.
And it was them who started wearing, the baggy shorts that all teams wear now. Yeah. They all started wearing that because they just said, this is how we're more comfortable.
They used to like 118 men, did they?
Yeah, the little Speedos.
Yeah.
So they started wearing that, and it was kind of like the same time as like hip hop was taking off and stuff like that. And they basically challenged it in court and went, listen, every team dresses like us now. They've stolen our image. We want recompense for that.
Are they still wearing baggy shorts in basketball?
Yeah.
I don't really watch it.
Yeah.
Why is like baseball?
Baseball's like trackies. Why?
Yeah. When did you get into that?
So I
also got a leather jacket as well, which we'll get onto. But go on.
Yeah, we'll get onto that.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. I don't
Big
mind
fan of a leather
talking about
jacket
that.
on here.
There was...
my hair's gone wild as well.
So the estate I grew...
I need to try that jarred cap on as well. That's another thing, but I'll forget that. If someone could remind me.
I'm just reminding you now. Do you want to try that?
I can't get it, but I'll get it at the end. I'll see. I forgot my sandwich the other day. Go on, carry on.
So the estate I grew up on, there was this little kid. He lived like on the other side of the estate. My younger sister was friendly with him. He was called Luke Hardman, but his dad was American,
right?
And this kid played baseball, and I don't know if I can't imagine he still does. But he went to college in America and played for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, amazing!
Was he successful?
I don't know. Like I don't. Not
entry
massively.
level.
I know he played for the Pittsburgh Pirates team, like the first team.
Baseball's weird in America. Baseball's the only sport in America, a little bit like that is like our football over here. They have a major league and a minor league and stuff, but there's still no relegation. But when a team signs a player, you go and play for their minors first. When you're on like 350 grand. Until you're good enough to go to the majors, or until they decide to put you onto the majors.
But the thing is, with all sports, I was thinking this the other day. Like,
also, baseball, you don't have to go to college.
I was going to say that. I was going to bring that up as well beforehand. Is the idea that the whole American sports system seems to be all go through schools and college, which is mad.
Baseball, you can go straight from high school.
There's no sport over here where we need any.
I think basketball you got to go to
school.
College.
But there's nothing over here where you need to go to school to do it, is there? Like, there's always like, you see these movies that you got to get your grade point average up and all this. But we don't have any of that.
It kind of has that a bit.
Over there, if you're wearing in a school, you just wouldn't be seen. So like some rowing and stuff like that. If you're not rowing for a university, you're not going to make the Olympic team because no one's going to know who you are. No one's watching you row the canal.
Yeah, but if you were good,
there's no local amateur rowing teams.
No, but I think here, if you go, all you'd have to do now here is go, there's a video of what he can do. With rowing, anything that's about speed, anything that's about racing, you just go, how fast is he doing that? Get him in. There's nothing here like a barrier where we've got to put you through the school.
There's some.
It's the only way you train, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'd have workarounds. If we had a fucking monster of a rower,
workaround would be the Olympics.
He doesn't need to go to Cambridge and get a degree in history.
No, but the Olympics would send you to university probably to train.
But boxers?
Well, Swifty was telling us they moved to Sheffield, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's not uni.
No, but I'm sure they put them if they're certain age, probably put them through some education and stuff.
Like Loughborough Uni.
That's fussy, isn't it, Loughborough? Well, I suppose there's other sports as well. Maybe there is. Maybe.
So Loughborough Uni. So there's about.
Oh, that's Lilleshall I'm thinking of. Sorry, Loughborough.
There's some universities. So they've stopped it now. They've stopped it in the last couple of years. But there's some universities that had. When they played cricket, first class status. So Oxford and Cambridge did. Loughborough was one. I think Leeds
Rhinos. Because they were the Carnegie team, weren't they?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I think it was called. I think it might have been. It was called. It might have been Leeds and Bradford, but it was, and then possibly Cardiff. But that they had first class status, and they would play in the old like Benson and Hedges Cup competitions and things like that.
But then I was going to go on to the fact that the money in it, though, there's not loads of money for people, is there? Even footballers.
For what?
Like, you've got to really be in the top percentile to get. We assume all footballers are millionaires, and was it you were saying that every one of the Wolves team that we're playing when we were watching the match was on the same wage as Salah. So Salah's weekly wage was what every one of the Wolves starting 11 would have been on, almost.
11,
Like,
I didn't know
like
that.
they compete. Like, it's such a fine level between. Like, you look at the Wolves play, thinking they're all millionaires. You know, they probably are all millionaires, but like he's getting paid, especially when you're adding endorsements and sponsorship.
Yeah.
Like, way more. It'd probably be like Ricky Gervais and like one of us opening for him.
That's essentially the same.
You're doing the same job, but he's just way better. Yeah, mad though, isn't it? Like, not all footballers are millionaires. Used to think they are. You could play in a championship. You've got to work at the end of that.
Millionaire.
Yeah, but you've got to. I reckon if you're in the championship and you go, I'm just going to play in the
There's
championship.
Wrexham players that are millionaires now.
How? I know obviously Ryan Reynolds, but like, are they paying them
10
more?
grand a week, yeah.
Right, yeah, but they're millionaires. But they go, right, you've got at 34. You've got to be sensible.
Oh yeah, there's probably championship players who. Well, I know someone who plays for Carlisle.
What league are they? 2.
I think they've just gone down from League 1 to League 2.
Oh dear.
And he's got 4 or 5 houses.
Yeah, so he's invested.
Yeah, but he's invested off the back of signing on fees and stuff.
And so a friend of mine was a professional player and he retired because of injury.
Yeah,
and
who for?
I'm not going to say because of what I'm about to say.
Okay,
I don't think he'd like it, but he so he got drunk one night and told me that he got 290,000 from the PFA when he retired.
Yeah,
so I think is it 2.5%? Is it 2.5% of all professional all professional football players? 2.5% of their salary goes to the PFA.
Yeah.
And they put like when players retire and
you get well looked after footballers. Like I know someone who was playing for Lincoln, then double broke his leg, 2 different bones, couldn't play again, and he was 16, and he paid PFA. I think he got a small payout, but the PFA were paying for his car and his whole education. So it was go and decide what you want to do next, and we'll pay for it. Whether that would be a trade, all the way through uni,
coaching badges and stuff.
Whatever
like
you
that.
want to do, we'll
Danny Drinkwater. Isn't he a builder now?
Yeah, he works on building sites.
Well, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe. You see these things on Facebook. I don't look into them. It was like people responded to Danny Drinkwater's like Instagram stories of him on site going, "What the fuck happened?" He's like, "I'm happy about doing it."
Yeah, but he's probably doing that for something to do because he was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably still a millionaire. He's gone, you know what? I'm going to work on site.
It was
and
like
it keeps me from going on the aisle.
It was like the worst kept secret, wasn't it? Because he signed for Chelsea. Did he sign for Chelsea on a free?
I don't remember what the fee was.
His wage was was right up there with the because they'd got him on a free because they didn't have to pay 20, 30 million for
so they give him a sign
earning like 80, 90.
So he jibbed it because he was alky, and then no one he couldn't play.
He had a big crash in that, didn't he? And then I don't know whether he couldn't play or whether it was just a case of this lifestyle's not right for me.
I saw an interview.
He's one of the ones.
Asa Akotu's the guy though, innit? We mentioned him before.
He was that Drinkwater's one of the ones that
gave up for porn.
That Vardy grass sold stories to.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was one of the ones where it was like she went to sell a story about Drinkwater and the papers just laughed at her going, everyone knows.
Yeah.
God, she was bad there, wasn't she?
But like Drinkwater was, I saw an interview with him and he was like, so within 6 months he went from starting every game at Leicester and winning the Premier League to like being sat in the stands with a suit on because he hadn't been picked for Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he's saying like, and it was quite a really interesting interview to watch. It was like when you sat in the stands and like all your teammates and stuff think you're worth nothing, like, oh, it's another 80 grand. You never think about it.
Yeah.
You don't think about the money. You don't think about the money when people are tweeting, "What a useless cunt."
What do you mean?
Well, when you feel shit about yourself because you're not getting in the team, you're not even in the squad.
But you're still getting 80k a week.
You're not sitting there thinking, "Oh, I'm on 80k a week here." You're just sitting there thinking, "Fucking."
I don't know.
There's 40,000 people here, and they all fucking hate me.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but that's what we do as a job.
Yeah,
if we're going to get anywhere in this job, we have to get at least 40,000 to hate us. You've got to have 40,000 as a minimum.
You got to think about it as well
to be worth anything.
He's signed such a big contract that he can't go nowhere. Because there's also sort of, like I said before, if you're a working class lad, you sort of owe a debt to your whole family that no one else is ever going to be in the position from my family I'm in now. So I've got to strike while the iron's hot. So he can't just fuck off to another team because he's like, well, I'm not walking away from 10 million quid.
It is a mentality thing. Like you said, like, I'd love 40,000 people.
Yeah, I suppose it's easy when...
just flicking fucking £20 notes at them.
It's easy for us to say it when we're not in the position, though, isn't it? You say that a lot.
That's what you're surrounded by. We're surrounded by other comedians who, like, all right, one might be successful, you're around by them, and then you fucking the rest of us are all
never more evident than today.
all on the bones of our arse sort of thing. Then you're not arse, are you? But he's surrounded by successful. Like his best mate was probably, I don't know what it was, Jamie Vardy, but his best mate was probably a successful professional footballer who's like, great, yeah, just fucking feel insecure every day and inferior.
I got pissed last night.
Is that you commenting on feeling inferior?
That's me commenting
feeling insecure and inferior. Yeah, I got bladdered last night myself. Yeah.
No, it's just because my ears are getting hot now. What? Is
that what happens when you?
Yeah, when you.
Yeah.
Well, you got hammered. He got hammered a couple of days ago as well.
I've had 2 big days on it.
Wholesome though, wholesome.
It's not good enough.
The leather jacket. What made you do that? Is it old, new? It looks like an old one that you've...
By the way, don't throw me under the bus.
What?
As if, like, it justifies your alcoholism that I had 2 big nights for the first time in about 4 months.
I haven't justified nothing with that. I'm just saying that you
yeah, but you're throwing it in front of Danny's like, oh, he got bladdered, so, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine for me to drink every night because Rob had 2 big nights on a bank holiday.
I'm going to get more Sapporos after this. I was
going to say, I don't know. Is getting drunk such a dirty thing?
Yeah.
When it's every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it every night.
And sometimes...
Right. You nodded at him and he pointed at you.
Yeah, no, I was just like...
sometimes in the morning.
Yeah, steady on. Steady on now. Leather jacket, and I'm buying a new cap as well. Leather jacket. What's going on?
If you want to.
No, you need to try it. Right. What's going on? You okay?
What do you mean? What's going? So the leather jacket was.
What went through your mind as you pulled out your wardrobe?
Right.
I look fucking cool.
So prior to it being in my wardrobe, it was in a shop.
Oh, so it was brand new.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. So a friend of mine texted me and said they've got this leather jacket. It's like pretty green. So those are about £500-600.
Yeah.
Like brand new.
Right.
And he was like, "Listen, I found this. It's not my size, but it's still got the tags on it."
Yeah.
And like I think it was like British Heart Foundation or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like they want £20 for it.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
Right, I can't, in good conscience, like.
Your mate should be taking that and reselling it.
Well, yeah, he said
if you for that on
he said if you don't want it, I'm going to buy it and stick it on Vinted or something like that. And I was like, all right, listen, I'm going to send you £50.
Yeah,
I do trust you. Like, give them £50 for it. I don't know if he did. I assume he did.
No, he hasn't, but makes you feel better.
Yeah. It makes me feel better.
How did it feel?
Do you know what? It's beautiful.
Did you like putting it on?
Yeah.
You gonna stick with it?
How long?
Yeah, of course.
How long did you wear it around the house for?
Bath in it.
I don't think I did anything.
Because
I don't think I did.
You did. Yeah, you did.
No,
you had that on around the house, looking at yourself.
I do that with shoes.
Drinking a pint of beer in the kitchen, pretending to talk to someone.
Combing my hair in the mirror.
Yeah. Don't lie, Danny.
I'll have a red wine. Please.
Yeah.
No, I don't do it with anything
You
like
were
that.
there, smiling in the mirror.
I do it with shoes and trainers.
Right.
Like I wear them around the house.
To wear them in, that's acceptable.
Yeah, but like, only I don't wear leather, so I don't know. But I know you say the hardest part is just getting over yourself, sort of thing.
All right,
you say the hardest part is getting away from your own insecurity. Once you've got through that the uncomfortableness of it. It's like being an open spot.
I've sat watching TV, obviously not for a long time.
Yeah.
But I've sat watching TV wearing cricket pads.
Why?
Just to try to get comfortable with them.
Yeah, because when you buy them, they're flat.
Yeah.
And you wear them so they start curving.
Have you ever wore an item of clothing around the house just purely to be wearing it? You're going to say no, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't want to say no.
Have you ever role played?
Oh, no, I've never done that.
In clothes? Have you? No.
I'm struggling to see what you think.
I reckon if you lost a load of weight and you got a new outfit and everyone was in bed, you'd put it on and you might keep it on a little bit longer than you needed to.
I think
you're like, oh, that fits, but you go, actually, I'm going to just role play a few situations.
I think I'd be more inclined to put it on and go into the school run, innit? And pretend I've come from something like a business lunch or something like that.
So I've just remembered. One,
I think I
have, but it wasn't something of mine.
What were you role playing? And what was the scene?
I wasn't necessarily right. So
what was your motivation?
So my sister
turning up at a green room.
My sister had this boyfriend, and I'd never met him before. But the first time I met him, he turned up at my mum and dad's house. This is when I still live with my mum and dad. So I was only like 18, 19, something like that. But he turned up on a motorbike, and he came in and he put his helmet down on the couch, and I was sat on the couch and Formula One was on the telly. And you know when they go to the camera where it's like so I just like put the helmet on, and I was like, really? You can't see out of an helmet. So I like did it for a bit. And when I took the helmet off, my other sister was staring at me going, "You're a fucking dickhead."
Right.
I think that's fair. That's fine. Everyone wants to do something like that.
Have you?
I was like, as he was going around corners, I wasn't just like turning me on. I was like, oh, G-force.
I've not.
Head wobbling.
Do you ever role play?
Role play?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm very. I'm.
You know, just
I'm a good daydreamer.
Right.
Yeah.
But so with the school one though, the school one's a good one to try out a new outfit on.
Yeah, like I say,
everyone has to be nice.
I think if I got slim enough to look good in a suit,
right?
I think I'd do the odd school run in a suit.
Depends on the kind of suit, doesn't it? Like you could totally do like a kingpin suit. You know, like suits.
No, it needs to be a little bit David Gandy turning.
But I just mean I want to look good in like a nice suit, a nice well cut suit, and not like that fat cunt and stuff. And that's here he is, a gangster or the fat controller from Tank Engine. I want to look nice in a suit. And I think if I did, I think I would find excuses to do the school in the suit.
Tom Ford?
Just to pretend I've been like on a business meeting. I just come from lunch, yeah.
That's Tom Ford's thing, isn't it?
What?
Tom Ford says just do every day in a suit. Like do the shopping, just do the big shop in a suit, just go around the suit, so it's fine.
Yeah, but at some point then it loses the whole...
Do you
think you're always thinking...
If I got in shape, I think I'd wear suits. Maybe not suit. Maybe no. I'd probably wear shirts a lot more. That's my dream. Is to start wearing shirts a lot.
I would wear a lot more shirts. I'd wear a lot more pants, chinos. I think fat cunts just don't look good in chinos.
They can do.
When I used to work in like the offices at the Frog.
Yeah,
and got nominated for. I can't remember what the awards thing were, but the awards were like the awards thing was like in January or February or something like that. And Dave, the owner, he came in and he put like an invitation thing in my lap and was like, "You're coming to that with us." And because obviously Christmas is like mental in any comedy club, and he was like, "We're going to double it up. We're going to make it our Christmas party. You need to rent a tux, get yourself a tuxedo."
Yeah.
So there was a tailor who lived near my mum and dad. So I went and spoke to him, and he was like, "I'll sort you out. Don't worry, you'll look amazing." And he got. And I had a fit in, and he was like tailoring it to me, and I looked fucking incredible in this tux.
You did? Okay, go on.
And I walked into a bar in Manchester, just off Deansgate, called the Nag's Head. And I walked in there, and Dave, the owner, was like, "You look great." And then he threw a bin liner at me. And in the bin liner was the Frog costume.
Right.
And I had to wear that. And those pictures in the Frog and Bucket of like Dave with the frog, that's me in there.
Is it?
Yeah, and underneath I'm wearing a really nice Armani suit.
Did you get to take it off at any point?
No, he just fucking had me in it all night. Like I said, this was like January, February, so the heating in that hotel was on full whack.
You still got the tux?
Just sweating. No, I gave it back.
You gave it back?
Yeah, it was just rented. But he tailored it for me.
Oh, okay. You should not have bought it once they tailored it to you.
I mean, I guess I could have, but I'll be honest with you, when I gave it back, like I was kind of happy to give it back.
Yeah.
I had sweated a lot.
I'd love to look good in formal clothes. Just anything formal. I'd love to be able to play around with clothes. Obviously, just if it fits, I'll wear it. But I
had a phase, but I'm a bit pudgy now.
But even pudgy, I reckon I'd get away with some good gear, mate. But because I reckon I'm confident enough to wear anything and be like, yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Except I'm just too fat to fit.
Yeah, I've got visions of me doing the school run looking good.
Yeah.
Every morning.
I just find excuses.
Man. Absolutely.
I'm sick of it.
I can't. Honestly, it's getting bad though. It's getting to the point now because I'm not that I'm drunk, but I am. I'm turning up and I'm not in my best state, and it gets to the point where I'm struggling to look at the other parents in the eye.
Yeah.
You ever had that? And you're like, and you're like, that was rude. That, and you're like, yeah, but I feel so sad about what I'm look like now, and they all look.
WhatsApp group.
They all look dead well turned out as well because they've got to go to work.
Here he is, shaky Simon.
I get what you mean. Sometimes
you can't look at them.
Sometimes I'm like
trembling while he kicks them through the door.
I can't even put a matching trackie on because it's too hot. Because I'll be sweating.
Yeah.
So I'm just here in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, and I look like I know these clothes are hanging off me.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?
I can't even you seeing someone.
It doesn't matter who you are. Matching trackie says drug dealer.
No, I'm not in Liverpool.
We had this with Alfie, didn't we?
Yeah.
No, matching trackie. It's fine. No, it's not even that. It's more just the state of myself.
Yeah, it's just the way it hangs on.
It's but also I think it's also when you're hungover that it's that you have that. You're already vulnerable, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it just compounds everything.
You can smell the fear.
Yeah, everything's swollen. I did it. I got out the car and I was like, I should have walked in with them. Like, that was rude. Yeah. I went, you've been fucking rude there, but I was like, I couldn't.
When you say them, you mean the kid?
So no, just take them out now. Get out of the car, and then you see another parent and kid coming towards you, and they're like,
"Oh, you don't wait and talk to them going in."
Well, no, I would.
Does your daughter talk to them?
Yeah. Well, we would, but I know them.
We
well
would.
Enough.
You told.
I know them well enough. I know them well enough. Where I've gone. I should have just hovered there, and we would have walked in that little.
Oh yeah.
The weather's so it's hot today. We would have done that.
Oh no,
I scooted dead quick, and I went. That wasn't cool. I thought that was rude.
Oh no, I always do that.
Do you? Even when you see them, you scoot.
I don't ever scoot.
No, but like you see them coming, and like say they're there to the light away.
I'll just wait. Yeah.
You'll wait and walk with them.
Oh, you'll go. Well, I'll meet them on the playground, and on the playground, you go, because you know they're coming. You gotta be like, oh yeah, hello.
Yeah, but that's when you're in the playground. I'm about the walk in.
Yeah, most times I'll wait, yeah.
So you'll speak to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever gone to the point where you felt so low and you thought, oh, God, I feel awful today. I'm sweating, I'm hot, my clothes are shit. And you've just gone, we're bombing in now.
Simon's a hot mess.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You turn up and you're like, oh, God, I hate this.
No. I've always just
fun to it. Yeah, when you got fucking your mouth rotten and everything, you're like, I feel awful.
I've yet to really do the school run that hungover.
Right, okay. Amateur, mate. Dealing with amateurs here.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We and you aren't equal. You're there trying to fucking throw me under the bus. But you're like, he's had 2 heavy nights.
Where's Adam Hughes when you need him?
And I'm a very
He walks in with tins.
Do you know what? I saw him at the weekend. I'm like, fucking blown away to find out he's 27.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was 30 now, but maybe I just put some...
Hughes been knocking around since he was 18, 19 though, hasn't he? So he's...
Mate, he looks like he drinks with my dad.
Yeah.
He goes through phases. Sometimes he looks all right. He does. Sometimes he looks okay.
Ever look all right?
When he's had a haircut and he's off the aisle for a couple of days, he looks a little bit more youthful. He does.
It looks like he should be in a pub.
There's
with
worse
me
looking
dad
27-year-olds.
talking about sending him home.
No. You're clinging on to hope that you look all right after a couple of days off the ale and a haircut. That's what you're clinging on to, thinking, well, if I say he looks all right, then it must be I must look all right as well.
No, I think he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah, of course you think that.
Why?
Because you know he doesn't.
He looks...
You know you're so far gone, it's going to take you a good while to get back.
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, you lied to yourself for a while going, 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
Yeah.
As you get older as well, mate, it takes longer.
Yeah.
He's been living on. He's been falling back on this whole sort of parachute or that 6 weeks he could be in good health and good. It's gone that now. It's well gone. Yeah. It takes 6 weeks to just try and deliver going again.
Yeah, but you're saying that because you're that far gone that you're angry about it now.
I'm on the way back. I'm flying, me, baby. The jabs are back. I'm fighting fit, me. I've walked to school every day for 2 weeks. That's a shameful one.
Just with a can on the way.
But that's a shameful one when you know where the other parents live, and they're walking home with their kid, and they're watching you get in a car to drive home. You're like, they know I don't need to drive. They know it's a 5-minute walk. There's absolutely no. And you're lying to them, going, "I came straight from a job." Yeah, they know.
You just have a walking stick.
They've seen the car outside your house. They know you come straight.
Oh, I'd love you to have a walking stick.
I'm back, baby. I told you.
I'd love you to. I know, but I just either way, whether you lose weight or not, I just love you to. I think you need a cane.
Those steel
you need a
ones
cane,
as well.
yeah.
Steel
I think you need a
NHS
cane.
ones.
When do you reckon you could get a cane? Because the only people that have canes now are like really eccentric, like Wizard of Warcraft, World of Warcraft people.
Some
like,
our ones still carrying it, like
old ones, yeah. But I'm talking about you never see a 30 or 40 or unless like an eccentric World of Warcraft person.
No, that's
Like you couldn't have a cane dressed like a regular bloke.
I mean,
would you?
I live in York, and you see a lot of them. You know, who do the ghost tours.
Yeah,
them lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's like a crystal on top or something like that.
That's
but like,
cosplaying,
but like, could you have a cane and dress normal, like regular?
No.
You could. I don't think you could like.
You have to go full
matching
suit.
tracky,
Yeah.
matching tracky and a cane.
Why not though? Why not? I think that would be great.
Because they both say
it's a bold
Adidas
move.
Originals, Levi's, pair of Sambas, and a fucking cane.
They both say very different things, don't they? One's saying I'm sporty and active. The other's saying I've got bad hips.
Yeah.
No, but the cane.
The other says the government give me money.
But no, is a cane not sometimes? I mean, a cane obviously it's a walking stick, or is it ever been
walking
used?
aid.
Yeah, but as ever, you could have a cane as a dressed as a bit of a quirky guy.
Yeah, if you dress a bit of a quirky guy.
So it came from like, so in like Edwardian and like Georgian, Victorian kind of era, like posh people would carry them to open doors.
Is that why you'd have a cane?
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
It was so they didn't. Yeah, it was so they didn't have to touch things.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's where it originally that idea of
right. See, so you could have one then.
Yeah,
functionally it works.
If you want to say everyone else is scum,
someone with your mental stability could have one, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be a next level for me. That
OCD's playing up.
That would be a next level, having a cane.
Can't do the school run. Too much bacteria. You're 20 minutes from school, aren't you? Walk.
Yeah, 2025.
And you've never walked to school, have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, we have. We have.
Okay.
Not often. But
I've got to be honest. The first step with me is putting trainers on.
Run.
Yeah, you've never done a school, not even for anyone else's kids.
No. The closest I've come, I picked my niece up.
You're not missing much.
I picked my niece up from school once, and I ended up so I wasn't on the list.
Right.
And I ended
you have
up,
passwords now.
I ended up in a room with 3 teachers who all used to teach me.
Oh, you got grilled like immigration?
Yeah. And I'm going, it was 2 teachers.
But they not just ring someone and go, is this Danny?
And the receptionist, Mrs. Dunster, who was there, and they were all there when I went to that school. And they're like, and to be fair to them, they were like,
is he now a criminal?
Yeah, they were like, we know. We know you're not, but you're not on the list. I'm like, what do you think?
No, it is good that they're doing that, though.
You have passwords now.
All right.
You actually got the password to pick the kid up.
All right. There was no password.
Do they have a password in yours?
Yeah.
What's the password to pick your kid up?
Yeah. They were right to question you, weren't they? He's going round collecting passwords. You go round to Danny, just got a drawer full of kids' passwords.
Data breaches.
Yeah.
You're not missing loads, but it's very political. I enjoy the school one. It gets really political. I like it. I'm in the current one as well because the nursery my lad's in is very sought after. The school we want them to go to, it's very sought after, and a lot of kids didn't get in, but have gone the nursery hoping to have got into the big school. Didn't get into the big school, so there's a lot of chit chat of where do you actually live. Where does your mum live?
Are you in the catchment?
Yeah. Your mum's in the catchment, is she? Do you live with your mum? No, but you live... And I'm telling you now, there's people there with dossiers waiting waiting to just grass them all up, and it's so funny because like, there's a girl there, she's only young, and like, you know, but kids in the same school, so I just imagine she looked young, but no, she's just a young mum, and she's just there openly chatting, and you know, your worldly wisdom comes out, and you just want to pull her and go, listen, love, you just need to be quiet.
So
too open.
That's really bad in like Catholic schools.
Yeah,
because they're a combination of like catchment area.
Yeah, parish.
They also give a thing to like. So if your parents went to the school, so my nieces go to the
siblings is a big one.
Yeah, siblings is one. Yeah.
So my nieces go to the school that I went to, that both my sisters went to, that my parents, my mum went to, and my grandparents went to.
Really?
Yeah, but my sister lives well outside and there's like a wide
How's she get in?
Yeah, my sister's like, no, legacy, suck it, you dicks.
Oh, see, that doesn't count anymore.
Legacy bookings?
Legacy's been taken off.
Oh, it still counts in like Catholic?
No, we're Catholic. Legacy's gone.
Oh, really? Oh, not in Bury? Still fighting the fight, mate.
Well, in. Through appeal or straight in?
Straight in, both of them.
I don't know if legacy counts.
As far as I know.
I don't know if legacy counts in an appeal, like, but legacy doesn't count anymore. No.
I think it probably helps. It's one of those, like, so like I said, like most of those teachers were there when I was there.
That's what this school, like, honestly, that's what this school's like that we want them to go to.
Really?
It's really like, like there's people like, she doesn't live there. She's put down her mum's, and then someone's put down their old address. They've moved.
Because Catholic is like,
how old are they?
Oh yeah, they'll be heading up.
How old are you?
I'm 42, so it's 30 years since I left.
So they started 20, still only late 50s.
Well, off the top of my head, I can think of 4 teachers and the receptionist that are still.
It is mad when people get that. I don't know if we talked about this on the pod before, but like people who end up being in the same job but in the same place for like 50 years.
Yeah,
it happens a lot with schools because if you're in a good school, it's like, why risk it?
I know, but it's mad though, isn't it?
A lot of people go into teaching. No offense, because they've got no ambition.
Well, they've got nothing else.
They go in there just to do that, and like don't want to be ahead of you. They don't want to move up, so they're happy just to be a teacher forever. In this case, why would you risk leaving a good school?
It's just one of them ones that everyone says it's like it's fine to be a teacher, isn't it? At a party, it's fine to be a teacher. Teacher sound okay. Well, you accepted. You accepted. Comedian. Oh God, lay about.
Do you get this? So, did you go to school with people who are now teachers?
Yeah.
I there's like 4 or 5 that I can think of.
And you go, you shouldn't be anywhere near them.
Yeah. Like all the people that I went to school with that are now teachers.
I've had some conversations with my teacher mate that would get him struck off.
Yeah.
But like it's more like I look at the people that are.
Just
people
a joke,
that I went to school with that are now teachers. I'm kind of like, I look at them and go, you were middle sets.
Mate, I know some police that I've gone, you are a nasty man.
Yeah, I know a few police like that,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but
like your views are,
I do know that like the teachers that I went to school with were not the fucking best of the best.
Oh, no.
No, but then if you've been doing it,
no one goes into teaching because they did that well and they won.
Yeah, it's one of them ones that are like acceptable and you can work your way up to a decent wage and it's respectable and all that. But yeah, I don't really think anyone starts off wanting to be, unless you want to be like a professor or lecturer at like uni or something like that, where you just love what you're talking about.
You like maybe not at high school, but like at primary school especially, when you thought like the teacher was like the smartest person.
Oh yeah. And they like.
And now I look at people I went to school with.
You look at anyone who's in primary now, and you're going, you couldn't even be asked to be a proper teacher.
Yeah,
you don't want to mark. That's way even worse.
Well, but like I think the older teachers now though, they will be so not by the book because there's no way you're going to be in that game for 40 years. And trying to go by what they want you to do.
Oh, and
like, so 40 years and not hit.
Yeah, like
it's so hard to sack a teacher.
Yeah, and you're going like, fuck off, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know people in
one of my teachers at high school got just
leave.
We'll just go if they say
I like to parents even, then they just won't turn up to it. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Love that I said that and neither of you reacted.
Sorry.
It's because I'd started mine first.
Right.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, one of my teachers got done for murder.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who did he kill?
So I'm not 100%.
Said who did he kill? I assumed his gender then. I assumed their gender.
Yeah, it was a physics teacher.
It was a man.
Yeah, who I owed homework to. Okay.
So what happened?
So while you were in school, you got done for murder?
Yeah.
Wow. That is good.
That's a great bit of school.
That's a good bit of school.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to go into it because it's a bit of a touchy thing in Berwick. But the school I went to, one of the teachers
wasn't being touchy, was it?
No. So the teacher I can talk about. The teacher, there was a teacher who got done for murder, and a pupil got murdered by another pupil. This was after I'd left.
In school, they got murdered.
Not in school, but it was
adolescent
on the playground.
No,
gangs or adolescents or what? What was it?
It was like I said, it's a really touchy thing in Birmingham. I'm not gonna but it was national news. It was.
Well, everyone knows about it, so just tell us.
Yeah, but it was national news.
Just as well, we won't make a joke about it. We'll move on.
So basically, a pupil from the year above.
Fingered someone.
No. Basically, just basically lured someone from the year below or a couple of years below back to his house, murdered him, and then dumped his body somewhere. But they arrested
same-sex murder.
Yeah. They arrested the lad. He was in class. The
police came into the classroom.
Yeah. My youngest sister.
Do they need to do that? Just let him get home.
He'd murdered someone.
He'd
lured them into a house and murdered them.
Just wait for them to do it again.
No.
You know what he's going to do on his walk home?
Yeah, but they didn't. They could have gone get the head teacher to bring him to the office. They don't have to walk into the classroom.
Because what you don't want to happen is him to get any suspicion of what's about to happen, and then who knows where he's going.
No.
I think he did the right thing.
No. Go on, carry on. So what?
I remember. So my sister. So my youngest sister was at the school at the time.
Yeah,
and she was saying how they had to leave school with their because of just the amount of
Pepper Army.
Yeah.
How did he kill him?
I don't know. I'm not. Like I said, honestly, this is Bury's Hillsborough.
Oh shit!
It's that level of if I say about I just won't be welcome back there.
Yeah. Okay. Is that because did he feel a sense of injustice because of it or what?
No, it's
just a very touchy.
Yeah,
subject.
it's just a very, very touchy.
We had one,
and also as well, I'm friends with people who knew him really well.
Right, so he wasn't
it's a bit like the.
It wasn't like a weird kid. He was
do you remember Lee Rigby, the soldier?
Yeah.
So I'm friends with a lot of his cousins.
Right. Yeah.
So that's another thing. As well.
Yeah, because you've seen the impact of it all, sort of thing.
Yeah. And how offended they are in the way that his picture seems to show up on this Britain First.
Yeah. Right.
We're doing this for Lee Rigby, and they're like, that's not how he thought.
You don't know.
What about the teacher?
The teacher
who did he murder?
Mr. Clark.
Who did he murder?
So apparently he had a massive drug problem.
Nice.
And near our school there was a post office, and he'd basically been mugging pensioners.
Oh.
And one of these pensioners put up a fight, and he basically stabbed him and killed him. But so there was a girl from the school, I think, who was, I don't know if it was art. So the school I went to was two schools next to each other.
Yeah.
And there was a girl, I never found out who it was. There was either a girl from our school or from the other school who was she was coming back from a dentist appointment, and she walked in on it, and he stabbed her as well.
Fucking hell.
Killed two?
No, she survived. He basically stabbed her in the leg or the hip or something.
Just outside a post office, where's this?
There was an alley or yeah.
Because if it's in the street, or is it is it in the street, or that's what I need to know.
Right, it was in the street.
As far as I'm aware, I don't know the.
Yeah, but I've my mind, isn't it? I need to.
Let's say the street.
I put a post office in form. I've gone right. That's where this is happening right
now.
Yeah,
I've imagined the same. Yeah.
What, your post office
for a girl to walk in it.
Mm.
So it has to be at least
Mugging pensioners, so he's a serial pension mugger.
I think so. Bear in mind, this happened when I was like...
Yeah, they probably gone to get the pension out from the post office, get the cash out, and he's mugging them.
And he
he
doesn't need the money, does he?
Yeah, because he's got a drug problem.
Yeah, he's got a drug habit.
Oh, okay, right. I forgot about that bit. So he's right, okay. Yeah, but surely he's got enough for his drug still. There's an easy way to get money.
Yeah, mug pensioners.
Yeah,
mostly.
Are you suggesting this would be like?
Are you thinking
this would just be better if it had just been like?
How would you get money?
Yeah,
sell drugs.
Problem.
What would your petty crime be to sell?
If
drugs?
I've got a drug,
if you're a drug problem, you're probably going to snore the drugs.
So I've got to hold down a job as a teacher. I've got to sell drugs.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to do big drug runs on the weekend to Glasgow, and then that'll get me my money. And I'll do that till I get caught.
He was a physics teacher, not a chemistry teacher.
Yeah.
Why does that make a difference?
Breaking Bad.
In Breaking Bad, he's a chemistry teacher, so he knows how to make.
Yeah, but that's what I'm doing there. I'm not mugging pensioners in the.
So you're doing drug runs for
big, massive drug runs.
The people you owe money for.
How much? Send 50 grand of heroin.
What do they? When they go, mate? I'm low level. You owe me money. I'm gonna break your legs.
Yeah,
but I don't deal in Glasgow.
Where do you want me to go?
Go to Edinburgh.
Or start stand up.
Edinburgh's problem.
I don't know. What would you be to get your money?
If I needed money?
Yeah. Would mugging pensioners be top?
No, probably not top. That's a lot of work, mugging pensioners, I think. It's a lot of waiting around.
You know what? It's hard work, but probably low risk.
Yeah. It's either you get it or you don't, and then you leave. Because they're not going to they'll be like, I don't know. Depends on.
I think I'd because so you can get your card payments just on your phone now. You've got a sort machine. So I think I just go on a night out and just fucking scan people's pockets.
Yeah.
And then just transfer the money out the next day.
Yeah, I've seen that happen on the tube, but that seems like it's back in the day. That wasn't a thing. So what we doing? That's more back in the day.
What it was back in the day.
Yeah, we can't be going technology now.
Okay.
It's probably pictures of kids then.
Stealing, just going in people's kens.
But back in the day, just shops, innit?
Yeah, put up a shop, cash, empty the till.
Just, you know, a good shop. You know when the shops had a good night.
So you wouldn't have gone
dog kidnapping. That's a big one, isn't it?
Again, I think that's more new.
Yeah.
Everyone wants an Instagram dog and stuff now.
Yeah,
which costs thousands. Whereas back in the day, people just fucking.
It's amazing he kept his job up until the end, though.
It's amazing that he was doing both at the same time. Yeah,
like if it got to mugging pensioners but keeping the job up,
that shows how society was much better back in the day. Because now he'd be off on the sick, depressed. Had plenty of time to mug pensioners. Back in the day, you couldn't just fucking go off depressed, so he had to stay working both.
Did he ever look haggard?
Like I said, I was like 13, so it's that thing. Like when you're 13, you don't.
Yeah, but it was one of them where it's like, oh yeah, I can see. I'm not surprised that was him.
Yeah, like I think if I'd been an adult, I'd have probably been like, oh mate, he's on the fucking.
Yeah, like we had a paedophile. Someone got done, and you just the minute it come out was like, obviously, he looked like a hobbit. He'd done Navy, and he was horrible to everyone. It was like, he's a paedophile.
I
had nothing, me.
So I used to have this group of mates that I would go and watch football with on a Sunday. You know, like Super Sunday.
Yeah.
Go watch it in the pub, and it was like 4 mates, and they would bring, and we ended up with a group of about like 15 of us.
Yeah.
And there was one guy in the group called John. And when he found out I was a comic, he was like, "Oh, I write sketches and stuff. Will you have a look at my sketches?" Oh. And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I remember he worked for DHL.
Yeah.
And he gave me this USB stick, but it was a DHL one, so it was it was in the shape of a plane. And you pushed the thing on the front, and the thing came out to like put it in. And I remember when he gave it me, I was like, "I'm going to delete those sketches. And then he'd keep that USB. And it went on a key ring as well. I was like, I like that USB stick.
That's never
So
going
I
back.
took the USB home, like just threw it in the corner of my house.
Yeah.
Forgot about it. Next Sunday, turn up to watch the football, and we're talking, and one of the lads goes, "Oh, have you heard about John?" And so he'd been arrested for having shit on his computer, and it turned out that wasn't the first time. Like, he'd come out of prison and changed his name, which it turns out is fucking legal.
Change your name by default.
Yeah. If you're on the register, you can just change your name.
Really?
Yeah.
So your old name stays on that, and they what?
So your old name stays on the register.
That seems pointless, doesn't
But
it?
isn't the rule of register more just about having to check it and stuff?
It's and so like with a lot of basically, pretty much anywhere where you're dealing with children now, they will ask you outright if you're on the thing.
You check the stick.
No, well, this is what I'm getting to.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, I thought we'd gone past that. I thought, hang on,
So
go on.
he told me about that, and I'm thinking about
You've
this
seen
USB
child
stick.
porn. What's it like?
So I went home. I got the USB stick, and I went out to put it like in my bin.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And then I went, and then I decided against that. I went back inside. I got a wet wipe, wiped it down.
Yeah.
So my prints weren't on it, and then I put it in my neighbour's bin.
Yeah, you're not handing that in. That's not.
So at no point you checked it.
No,
you're not. You're not. Not if a nonce is giving you a USB stick, you're not putting. You're not even giving it to them. You're not even giving it to them because you're in then. It's like drugs thing, innit? It's like if you get caught with drugs in your bag, it's like get rid of them. Don't give it in. Like be like, oh, this was it. No matter how much it's obvious, you go, I'm getting rid.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can say as well that makes it sound at least bit believable.
Yes, you're like.
I do comedy, so he wants me to look at his sketch. Oh, did he? Yeah.
He's just trying to get you in the ring there, isn't he?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
He is. Because once you're in there.
it in.
It's on your computer then.
I mean, what is it about me?
Well, Wilkie
Made
bought.
him
Do you remember
go.
Mike Wilkinson when he bought a phone off someone who just come out of prison and that second-hand iPhone and that, and then he couldn't get it to wear, but the guy he bought it off was like a convicted pedo, and he was like, and he's just Mike's just so, and he's like, I don't know what to do
Bought off
because
someone in the pub.
he doesn't want to risk.
Well, I was in the pub, and then he got told afterwards. Oh yeah, he went down.
He doesn't want to risk getting caught up in anything, so he's like, what do I do then? Because this guy's a convicted pedo, and I've got his old iPhone. So I don't know whether I think he was like thinking to just throw it in a lake.
Wipe it down and put it in your neighbour's bin.
Well, yeah, throw it in a lake, yeah.
Did he get it to work at some point?
I can't remember what he did, but I think he might have just threw it away or something. Funny though, isn't it? When you get caught up in something, it is funny. I've not been
Well,
caught.
imagine being what's his name's fucking the radio DJ comic.
Jonathan Ross.
No, the one who's Ivan Backenbury.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine being the one who had his, because someone had his Max, didn't he? Clearing his Max.
Oh, it was hard drives, wasn't it? He sold hard drives on eBay, and they've had,
And he found it. That's why he handed himself in.
Yeah, tricky one that with him, innit?
Not really.
What? Tricky in what sense?
Well, people who have ADHD are saying that they believe what he said. Not me. I've just heard people say what his defense is something that they would go, that would be the behavior of somebody with it.
Yeah, but would that behaviour of that person then sell their hard drives on eBay?
Yeah, but I mean,
If you knew you downloaded all this stuff and it had gone on a hard drive,
I think it's so funny.
If you knew,
Getting caught up and being a paedophile when you're not is just awful, isn't it?
That's it. Getting caught because you're so tight.
how tight are you going to be
Just
to go?
right off a hard. What's a hard drive these
80
days?
quid.
Yeah, exactly.
We are
Not
ones.
even
The
that. I
ones we
reckon
buy.
not even
Yeah,
that.
well, the ones we buy at 80 quid.
Yeah.
And they're quite big. So you probably get them for like 20, 40 quid.
Yeah.
You'll take one on the cruise, 20, 40 quid maybe, and you wanted a 5 or a 10 back.
Yeah.
You've risked your whole
These
your
people
liberty.
aren't normal. These people are not normal.
You've risked your liberty over 5 or 10 quid.
Yeah, people will do that, mate.
Just throw the hard drive away.
Look at drink driving, lad. People risk that.
That's different. Drink driving's different.
I said, have you seen that video that's been going around on Instagram and like social media of people being interviewed the day before drink driving became illegal?
No. Oh, I've seen the American ones, but there's ones with the Americans about everything, seatbelts, drink driving, and all that. It's so funny.
So I didn't realise that at one point there was no law for it.
Oh yeah, it was fine.
It used to be. It used to be etiquette, five and drive.
Yeah.
Social etiquette. Any more than 5, you're a bit of a cunt.
And they're interviewing these like British people like the night before, and like, at one point like they ask him if he's going to follow the law. And the guy's like, oh, is this going to be broadcast? Like, yeah, it probably will be. And he went, well, yes, of course I'm going to obey the law.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be the same if you look back to when Siggy's got like, every time they've been taxed and something else. Remember the smoking ban that caused murder? People refusing to get, not to smoke, yet the indoor smoking ban. People caused murder. It wasn't
initially, though, and they were quite clever, so they banned it. Was it like July the 1st?
Or what, one in the summer?
Yeah, it was summer.
We'll give you 3 months.
So it was like summer, and so when they first brought it in, nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
It was like yeah, it's fine. Like it was cracking the flags. Yeah. People went, and it got to like late September, and people were like, "This is horse shit."
Yeah.
What are you thinking about the vapes now? Aren't they meant to be giving people? I read the thumbnail the other day.
Popcorn lung.
Yeah, probably.
Like irreversibly horrible. You're not just tempted to get back on the ciggies. Fuck it.
Well, it depends. Though, like same with me, the jabs.
Like the flavour of this more.
I'm on the jabs now, and it's like, if I'm part of a lawsuit, at least I get a bit of money back.
What, like thalidomide with Guinness?
Yeah, like I just get a bit of money back. You know, it's all right. Lost a bit of weight, get a bit of money back. All right, I'm autistic, but fine.
They rode that out quite well, didn't they, Guinness?
I don't know what you're on about, so yeah, I was just assuming.
Yeah.
I'm assuming every big company's got something
Guinness.
like that.
I was going to say, I don't know what you're talking about either.
So Guinness, I think it was, I don't know if it's Guinness or it was the company that had Guinness, which might have been Diageo, which is what my dad worked for, but like they came up with a drug in like the 80s or the 90s or whatever it was to help women who are pregnant like stop feeling sick or whatever. But this drug,
so this is thalidomide.
Yeah, this drug then made
this was Guinness.
It was Guinness or it was the company who owned them or something. They came up with a drug to try and help women with sickness.
So I know what thalidomide is.
And that was the cause of it.
All right.
We're learning on this pod, aren't we?
What did thalidomide do?
Just no arms, just had two little
right, yeah.
Which is weird to think that they'll like all those.
I think it was Guinness.
All those
or
kind
they're affiliated.
Thalidomide will now be in their 70s.
Well, yeah, because it's what I mean. They're not. No one's getting born with it now. I don't
Maybe
think.
that's why Guinness is on the rise again. It's time again, isn't it?
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make any jokes.
Am I alright just to go to the toilet?
Yeah,
he's had one. He's gone.
I had one round the corner.
Oh, he's getting old now. To go get that prostate checked, mate.
Do you know what? A few weeks ago, I used a public urinal, and when I'd finished, an old guy turned round to me and went, "Someone's got a good prostate."
Why? Because it was a long piss.
Because I just did it, stopped, and then went.
Oh.
Didn't take half an hour.
But then you didn't tell me about the fact you just pissed again, and you said, yeah. And it was just a big, huge,
running down my leg,
big patch just developing. Like, yeah, show off. That's all right. Yeah.
Got a great prostate.
Right.
Are you ever going to get your prostate checked?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh no.
Aren't you?
Well, what's it? How old did he say?
50 usually, isn't it?
I'll just fucking die.
You're not going to get a little... To be honest, I don't think it's that bad, prostate cancer. I know a guy that had it and he was just living with it. He was like, yeah, it's fine. It's just going to... 20 years to die off this.
Got it, yeah. My uncle's got a similar thing.
Yeah, they're just...
For a while.
Yeah. No, I get it checked. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, no, I can't see me ever bothering.
What about if it's a female doctor?
No, it's nothing to do with the procedure. It's just the admin.
What, getting things up the batty?
Just going, making the appointment, and then going like, oh, for fuck's sake. You have to bend over and get my ass finger and all.
Well, you got side in it.
And it's another fucking. What's
side legs up to the chest.
And then think about the admin before going there. But you got to jet wash your ass, haven't you?
That's all right.
You can't go to the toilet for a good 12 hours.
Why 12 hours?
Just for fear of what might be left there.
Yeah, but they're used to getting dirty bastards in there.
Yeah, but you still don't want to be the one. Do you get there? There's a fucking
Shit all over the
19-year-old
fingers.
fucking student nurse.
She won't be in that.
Stunning.
She won't be in that.
She will.
They're not. No one. When have you ever heard a story where someone's had a 20-year-old female nurse in for the prostate exam?
I reckon there's...
They don't. They don't do that now. They won't. They same with like. Well, we like. Well, actually, no. Males do things for women's bits, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask. I feel like Patreon now. The boat.
Oh, we'll talk about that in the Patreon tomorrow.
Right. Okay. So what? You went boat shopping?
Bought one. So it was about that tomorrow.
That's all right, isn't it? Now I'm gonna go to booths after this.
When's the last time you went to the doctors?
I went to get something out my arm.
Oh, so you go regularly then?
No. Never. I went once to get this lump cut out that I'd had for like 15 years.
Right.
And he said it's just a bit of thing to cut out. And I think he knows me dad.
Right.
And he was trying. I think he knows I do stand up. And he was trying to get. He goes, and he's a bit of an odd doctor, this guy. And he was like, "Any hobbies, Simon?" And I went, "Oh no, just." And he was like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" And he knows I'm a comedian. I think. You sound though, but no. When was the last time I went? Just because I felt ill.
At all? That's what I'm saying. You're saying you're going to get your prostate checked, but you don't even go.
No, I wouldn't go unless I noticed something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but what do you know? I've got certain things on my skin that I look at and go, that looks like something, but I go, I'll leave that.
Right. Are you going to get your prostate checked? You already have.
Well, no, but I'm thinking I'm kind of at that age, so I'm 42. So
Yeah.
are you supposed to do it at 45?
Well, there's 50, become 45.
When did you last go to the doctors, though?
The last time I went to the doctors, I was 14.
See, I can't see myself getting my prostate checked.
I think I will do.
Just the admin of it all.
If they send you the invite, you'll go. I'm not making the appointment, though.
So I'm
Yeah, but when they send you the invite, isn't it not just like, oh, a bit like life insurance stuff? Oh, you're of the age now, so maybe you should get looked.
Yeah, but if you ring up the GP, they're not fobbing you off there. If you got, I'm 50, I've had a letter through, can I get an appointment? They go, yes.
I'm not ringing the GP.
Right, well then that's fine. You don't have to. But like, if they send me a letter,
I'd rather have prostate cancer than ring the GP.
I'm pinning my hopes on the fact that so they know now that they can do it by a blood test.
Oh right, I'm not asking the procedure.
Yeah, and
it's just the admin of it all.
It's kind of so they can do it by blood. Obviously, the blood test is much more expensive, but obviously, as with anything,
pay for it?
No, but it's more expensive to the NHS. So they'll say, yeah, we can do it by blood test, but
it does seem like something you should do yourself, doesn't it? In a way, it does seem something like it seems like a colossal waste of time to get somebody who's medically trained.
In the way they tell women to examine themselves.
Yeah, I know. Men are we like I don't know what I'm feeling for, but like
YouTube
fingers up to go to the doctor to get.
You should be able to learn what to do on a YouTube video. What you're feeling for.
No, I suppose you'll never know. Yeah, it's just like a walnut.
No, but you should be able to explain on a YouTube video what you're looking for. Surely.
Like a walnut, if it's a hard walnut, it's bad.
Right.
I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm sure. I think
that's
I've
something
heard that as well.
If they expect us to
turns you on as well, powerful.
No, if they expect us to know how to resuscitate someone, they should be able to tell us
how to check your.
I'll check your prostate.
But people don't know what they're doing.
Don't you have to go quite deep though?
I think so. Yeah. But once it gets past the knuckles, I think you're fine. You know?
But what I mean is would it not be? You might have to buddy up. So we could finger each other.
No, I mean...
I think I'd do that. I think I'd still rather do that than the doctors.
Have you ever been fingered by a doctor?
No.
I think I have.
Like I said, I haven't seen one since 14.
You think you have?
Yeah, but I was thinking I've been young.
Right.
Not sure.
How much... I just don't understand how much...
I've been molested by one. But when I say molested, I mean just a female one has examined my... Cause I thought I had like something in my groin, like a hernia. And then I think she felt me winky as well.
I don't understand.
No, I think you're fine.
There's nothing coming out when I'm moving it.
What were you going to say then?
I don't understand the level of pain you need to be in to like go through half these things. By the way, like Freddie's had camera down his throat and all that for his gallstones, and that's like, how much pain would I need to be in?
Are you pissing a lot?
I need to go through all this.
Does it hurt? Are you getting?
So, like, I don't like to say. I can't fathom how far I'd have to get.
Right, so how often, like, say you need to piss every 30 minutes, would you not get a bit annoyed with that and go,
Yeah.
like, hang on, I want to
That'd have to last a week, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a relatively short period of time to then
Pissing
go.
every 30 minutes.
You see shit in your blood, and not the stuff where you rip your arse. No. I mean, like genuine, like that purple shit that's come out your inside.
I don't think I'd go.
You're leaving that?
I'd just assume it was something else.
No, I'm going.
I'd lie to myself, I think.
You see blood in the stools, what you doing? And not like the cut, not like the cut on the way out.
So as soon as you see it the first time, or you talk
the first time, like the first time I see that, I'm going. I think not the first time, though. Not the first.
I think it'd have to be twice.
So it's blood in your stool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if I saw that, I'd be like, right, we need to go to the
first
doctor.
time.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it twice at least.
No, I'd go first. Actually, now
I think I would first time.
No, I'd have to,
because that's pretty
I'd
like
convince myself
nailed
I
on.
it.
Yeah, there's very little else you can convince yourself that is.
No, I think there can be other reasons why, but like you can have like if you got like food, if you're allergic or something, you got something that reacts, that can cause it as well.
Right, and what are you allergic to that cause blood in your shit?
Well, if you got IBS and that, IBS you can have blood in your stomach.
Oh, can you?
Yeah,
being a grown up.
I think so. But like, I reckon first time I'd just go, yeah, I'm going.
No, a couple of times at least.
Twice.
At least.
Then get told you got the old beat.
Seems like you found a lump. You wouldn't.
See,
I don't feel my tits for that reason.
I can kind of see it like both ways. So I went through a phase of about 3 weeks where pretty much not every morning, but most mornings I would get the most intense stomach cramps.
Yeah.
Like, and it was always when I woke up, and like they were on the verge of passing out pain.
Not like appendicitis, it wasn't where the appendix was.
No, so I'm saying that I haven't been to a doctor since I was 14. The main reason for that is being like, we've got a family friend who's a GP, so I just always message him instead.
Just text him.
Yeah. And he told me, he said it sounded like I had a tear in the lining of my stomach. And he said, it'll just go away, don't worry about it. But he was like, but it will be quite painful.
Some of these GPs are fucking wrong, though, aren't they? Like, that's why half people die, because a GP just couldn't be asked. Like, if you think about how many people's jobs they end up going, someone didn't get the service they should have got.
The amount of time you hear someone being misdiagnosed or basically told to go home.
Yeah.
It's fine. And it's like, I'm telling you now, I've been not well for 3 months.
Anyone in any job, a lot of the time, there's going to be where you go, fuck it, I'll be fine. I'm going now.
You don't want to see a doctor at 5 to 5, do you?
No.
And he's going, I'm done now. So like,
yeah. He's already.
It's like a young doctor who's like 28, 29. He's good looking. He wants to go and get the piss and everything. He's rich and everything. And then like, you're not going like, oh, he's just gonna we'll be fine. You'll be okay. Anything persists, come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They love that. Yeah.
Little caveat. I've not been misdiagnosed. You never know though, do you? Imagine if you got.
What could you be misdiagnosed with?
If I went there and I said, I've got something wrong with me. Hear loads of stories out there, don't you? Hear loads of stories of people going like they definitely know something's wrong, and the doctor keeps saying no.
Yeah, but
and then on the 7th time they go, "You're dead," and then they're like, "Oh shit!"
Every time it's added to is you convinced there's something wrong. Like people go to doctors because they're convinced something wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'd be convinced everything was fine. I'd just get over it. No matter what happened to me, I'd be like, probably just my lifestyle.
Also, like that misdiagnosed story. Yeah, you hear that. You hear that every time. Every time someone's misdiagnosed, that story gets told 1,000 times.
And it's also the gamblers don't tell you losses.
Yeah, the 1,000 people who turn up and go, "Oh, I've got this wrong with me," and they go take this pill. The pill makes it go away. They never tell that story, do they?
Gamblers don't say the losses; they only tell you the wins.
They're getting good with cancer now, though. I mean, a lot more people are getting it, but they're getting it treated quicker.
Yeah, spotting it.
Is it?
Someone diagnosed themselves and they're on scan pictures. I saw a story of that.
What?
Someone had scans for cancer, and the doctor's like, "Oh no, it's fine." And he ran it through an AI machine, and the AI machine was like, "Actually, I think this is it. This could be early." And when he got it checked again, it's like, "Was."
Ran it through an AI.
Yeah.
See that thing of that AI kicking off. That robot who went mental.
No.
I think someone sent me on the ground, but I'd already seen it online where there's an AI and he just starts throwing a fucking tantrum like he's fucking legs everywhere, and they had to turn him off, but he was fuming.
Wasn't like one of the so before the AI we have now, didn't Windows try it? like quite a few years before, and they asked it some
wasn't
question.
it an MS-DOS thing or something?
Didn't they ask it some question about like how they would fix the world? And basically the AI went, I'd get rid of humans.
Yeah.
Really?
And they were like,
No, they did, yeah.
shut it down, get rid.
No, but I think
Stop screwing that circular saw arm onto
well,
it.
it was Windows, and I think it went global. Like, you could download it and you could ask it questions that tell you the answers, and then like every time you asked a question, it taught itself. If it didn't know, it taught itself, or you could tell it the answers. And on, yeah. And then it started saying weird stuff about humans and like telling people to kill themselves and that. So
the gibberling.
Oh, what's that?
It's where the two AIs came together and started chatting.
Oh, mate,
and then it started going,
so freaky.
and it's called gibberling. And they were like, turn it off now because these two are talking to each other in a different language. Yeah,
so we don't understand.
Yeah, they were doing like they were trying to book a hotel reservation.
Yes, yeah. And then one of them said, "Are you AI?"
Yeah,
and they went, "So am I."
And then it just went
our own language. And they it's like dial-up, innit?
Whoa.
But is that bollocks though?
Whoa.
Well, you could test it yourself, but yeah, it's sort of uncomfortable. It's that thing. Whoa, English lads.
Just get racist.
Yeah.
It was proper reform. No.
That would be so
You're in
funny.
our country, you'll talk our language.
Yeah, that's funny. You look like you're ready to go. Are you tired?
No. I was just thinking. That's all.
What are you thinking about? Anything you want us to talk about or no? No. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. What are you?
I'm alright. Just drank a bit too much, but I am going to get a couple of them support. Just stand on them later on.
It feels like this. I think this is the second time in a row I've turned up, and you've both been in a bad way.
I'm fine.
The time
I'm a bit run down.
Right.
Yeah, I'm run down as well. But the other time was at Christmas because I was very poorly on that one that you did then. I was in a bad way because I had to then go and close a gig that was terrible.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
But this is the level of professionalism you'd want from another one, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
We have our two street lights up there. You know. We have one camera wall mounted. You know, you don't want
none of this fucking live.
You don't want any of them big things that intimidate. You know, you get them big fucking tank cameras that are staring at.
Yeah. People in the room listening to chat shite.
Scare you. How was hot water?
It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? It's not. I don't know why I asked.
It's fine. It was
the worst person to ask how a gig was.
I know, but it's just something I just say, isn't it? When you just think.
I know, but it's just stupid to expect anything else. Besides some fun.
What I've realised is I spent.
You stayed over, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, he stays over. Yeah, makes a weekend of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, so I stayed over. So my original plan was I was going to stay Thursday, Friday, and then drive back Saturday.
Standard.
But I had to come back on the Thursday, so I just stayed on the Friday.
How was your night out?
It wasn't really a night out as such.
So did you just stay no matter who's on?
So
you don't like look ahead and go, oh, they're good to drink with, so I'll stay.
There wasn't any of that on the Friday.
Tony and Jamie not there doing the last show?
Mm.
Oh, actually, yeah, they were, but I only saw them briefly. Adam Hughes was there, and he was fucked up.
Of course,
you could have gone on the piss with him.
Yeah, I mean, I could have.
That's the last thing you want.
Did you go drinking in the whiskey bar after you did the show?
I didn't go in the whiskey bar at all.
Oh.
So what did you end up doing? Did you go anywhere in town or?
No, I had something to eat afterwards. Had something to eat, had a drink, and then just went back to the hotel. It wasn't like a big. It's just because it's so. There's just around the corner. There's a thing called the Phoenix Hotel,
yeah.
And on a Friday, that's basically the same as what I'd spend driving back.
Petrol.
Yeah. So I'd
do that at certain gigs if I could. A little night out.
Get away with it, like.
But I've got to get back in it. You're free.
I was tempted on Bournemouth on Saturday.
Stay over again.
Get another hotel and stay over again. Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Just because I've got responsibilities. And
that's fair.
See, I'm a bit. I was supposed to be at the Frog this weekend.
Yeah.
And they've pulled it, and I'm doing Cardiff Glee instead.
I've literally emailed about Cardiff Glee today. Do you want to go on the Ale Friday?
What, are you doing it?
I'm on Cardiff Friday. Yeah, Saturday. Not doing the Glee though. I'm doing the Arena.
All right, nice one. Yeah.
I wasn't going to drink this weekend. Fuck it, here we are.
You can't do that.
Can't do what?
You Can't get on the ale this weekend.
Well, Danny's there.
Who's on with you? Could be a big night out, this.
Glenn Wool.
You don't drink anymore? I don't think.
He's sober and don't want to leave the room. It's gone. Carry on. Who else?
Can't remember who else.
That'd be nice. What hotel you in?
I literally emailed them today as well. Said any dropouts, give me a shout.
I think I'm emceeing though.
Yeah.
That's all right, isn't it?
That's fine. I'm open for Paul. I'll just bimble around. See what Paul wants to do. Meet the hotel or something.
Yeah, it's only 2 minutes from it.
That's why they didn't get back to you.
Oh,
why?
Because the MC would obviously be there all night.
Yeah.
So if you're doing another gig, they couldn't.
What?
Couldn't what?
So you said I emailed them and said any dropouts.
Yeah.
But they didn't get back to you.
I only emailed about 2 hours ago, but yeah.
Oh, right, fair enough.
But they never got back to me my whole life. So it's not going to change now.
Yeah.
I just done it for that.
Like the wit. So
I done it for a laugh more than anything. And I've heard Carlos, the hardest one for them to fill. So I thought, I'll just fucking tell them.
I've only ever done Nottingham and Cardiff. I've never set foot in Glasgow.
Have you not?
No, they just won't have me for it. Oxford, Birmingham. I've never done. I'm kind of hoping that by doing this, I can go right. You've opened Leeds.
Yeah, yeah.
And we do.
Don't be a cunt.
Yeah. Can you not?
So funny that.
Can you stop sending me to Cardiff?
That's so good.
Well, I heard Cardiff and Oxford are the hardest ones to fill for them. So obviously it's just all their London acts can't be asked. So that's why I emailed, because I thought, maybe it's a chance. If I get
it really winds me up that for 3 years I've done Reading Festival.
Yeah.
And I leave my house in York, and within 15 minutes of that journey, I pass the artist entrance to Leeds.
Right.
And then carry on down to Reading. And I'll go, is there any chance of...
Well, we've gone over your live diary shenanigans, haven't we? Well-trodden ground, that one of your booking.
But that's the one that hurts the most.
Yeah, that is annoying.
I can imagine, yeah.
Because I normally see it at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Just see it. There's like a little archway. Oh. And yeah, do you know what? I'd have to carry on down the A road, go round the roundabout and come back. But it'd take me 20 minutes. But instead, they're like, no, we really want you in Reading, Daniel.
Oh.
Well.
That's so annoying. That's so annoying.
This is the game, though, isn't it? This is what we play
I've
for.
had that before as well, for like the store. Oh, free for this. Oh, yeah. Do you want to go 300 miles away instead? Fuck off. Yes, whatever.
Yeah, I'm in Cornwall the weekend after.
Classic.
Oh, are you?
To be fair, I put this in myself, though.
It's a nice time to be in Cornwall while the weather's like this.
It's a nice time. And this is 3 gigs, 3 nights.
A little run.
Yeah. And then like a gig on the way back up.
Yeah, and accommodations thrown in as well. They're usually quite
I've got to sort it myself, but like the money's good enough to...
Nah, that's sound.
You can throw it in, come on.
3-day holiday.
Come on, Trish, throw it in. Is it for Trish?
No, it's for Chris Brooker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's like 3 gigs, and yeah, they all pay. The money justifies it, even if I'm like. But also, like hotels are cheap as chips in Cornwall.
Are they?
Yeah. This time of year?
Yeah,
there's so many.
Yeah, because there's so many, and because people don't go to Cornwall like they used to.
Oh, I thought Cornwall's still very popular.
Some people still go down there.
Oh yeah, some people.
School term time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's term time, and it's that thing. It's why everywhere in Britain had to change, because as soon as it became the same price to fly to fucking Spain,
that's why it's not anymore. Rats. Right, we calling it?
Yeah, back to the old ways. 1:37.
Oh, lovely.
Look at that.
Real traditional one. I always feel like we got to do longer when Danny's here, because he moaned at us once for doing too short. For dragging him here, only doing a short amount of time.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, because I had to get off. Yeah, it was. And I wasn't pleased though, because I felt bad as well. But I was really.
I probably just wanted you to leave with a certain amount of guilt.
Yeah. I was very sick though.
Yeah, that's always stayed with me, that, because I was like, oh, should we pay his fuel or something? But we haven't.
You could do that anyway.
Don't want to set a precedent, do we? Right, thank you very much. Follow Danny.
What's
you
it?
get some clips out now? You've compared hot water. No. Now what's the fucking point?
I've honestly, I've got a hard drive that I bought and paid for, and did not buy from Tom Bins. That has so I do I don't just put all the footage that I get sent from gigs. I've got loads. There's like over 150 gig on it, and it's just sat there. I've never
just give it to someone. Tell them to clip it up.
Oh God, so many different haircuts.
You could be a millionaire.
Why would it? No.
You could be sitting on a gold mine. Who knows? This is the problem. You've seen the shite that gets big. Who knows? You could be the next one.
I'm a man of integrity.
Whatever. Sounds the Patreon. Nice one to that.